Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning.
Can I get a hot tea, please?
Liberty Station is giving God's grace to people. Hallelujah, that is so true. For this is a good place. There is no evil. Oh, my Lord, we serve for you and everyone we serve for you.
Empowering and lifting up individuals with employment barriers. Liberty Station in Murfreesboro is a nonprofit with a progressive workforce pipeline where 90% of the employees have disabilities. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Jody Powers. She's the founder of Liberty Station, and she shares more on its success since opening and what she hopes for Liberty Station's future.
We're really in the middle of a miracle. But it's a cafe that trains and employs adults with disabilities. So we're at Liberty Station. We train those that have employment obstacles, mainly those with disabilities, on how to be a good employee, how to learn a trade, how to work alongside other people. So we do soft skills training in food service, hospitality, bakery, retail, custodial, and barista training. So we don't just train them, we train the community on, everybody has a purpose and they all just need a chance to succeed, even though success looks different for different people. And then we help find them community employment for their long-term job. So they're just kind of passing through. So we have, I think, 14 interns right now, and we've sent, I think, 7 already out into the community for other jobs. So it's good proof that it is working. There's great resources for those with disabilities in school, but once they graduate, I think probably 98% of our interns were sitting at home watching TV. And everyone wants to feel productive and like, their life has meaning. And I just feel like having a job just fits that perfectly because you're serving people in some capacity. Even though not all of our interns want to wait tables, if they're in the back washing dishes, they're serving people. And they all share in the tips, which is great, because they each have their niche. We train them all in food service and custodial, but then we help find where their interests and strengths are and what we feel like with setting their milestones and goals, where we think they'll succeed. So we have some that just want to do the cash register, or some are happy just hosting, that's all they want to do. And then we've had several that try everything.
Matt, I'm gonna put your tickets. Okay. Can we put it in?
Yes, please. My favorite part is making all the sandwiches here and all the variety I get to do. My favorite sandwich is the old-fashioned.
What's the old-fashioned?
Oh, just American cheese and bar bread. Classic. I'd say the hardest part is keeping up with crowd days. But I pull through.
What's the best part?
Best part are also the hardest days. I love the challenge.
We have 3 occupational therapists on staff helping do the training and assessing and placement, and then those helping in all areas. We have a lot of volunteers that come in every week, a certain day, certain shift, and they help fill in the gaps of what's needed. So just really building awareness out in the community of what we're trying to do so that we can get more funding, help more interns train, Our goal is to get at least 40 or 50 through a year. Most interns are staying about a year. And so, if we can just keep the flow coming in and out, I think it just makes such an impact in other businesses in town that include those with disabilities or other barriers.
Society is mostly built for people without disabilities. Like, example is places without wheelchair ramps. Like, for us, that's not something that we really think about, but for someone with a disability, like, that makes or break whether or not they're able to enjoy a business. And so when we look at the workforce, it's kind of set up the same way. And so having a place where we see people with disabilities have purpose and like have people who want to come alongside them and say, here's your potential, and there might be other places that haven't been able to fully reach that, but like, here we want to help you reach that. So then when you go to another place, we're able to come alongside them and then help those employers, because it's another thing where people might just not know, or they might not be thinking about how to include other people who have different abilities. But it's really exciting to like help them, and especially a lot of them have either never had a job before, or they've had jobs where they've been overlooked. And so seeing them come here, and someone may look and think, oh, well, maybe they don't have like the best ability, but then when they come here, it's like, no, they actually really do.
Well, I feel like God gave me the vision, but fortunately He didn't expect me to figure it all out on my own. So as scary as the task at hand was when I first felt like this is what He wanted me to do, I only agreed to do it if He would send the right people and the funding when we needed it. But kind of like the Israelites crossing the Jordan River, God didn't part the waters till they got their feet wet. So it's like we just stepped in, and then people just started calling saying, hey, do you have a need for this? Do you have a need for that? And everything you see in all the rooms, including the kitchen, has been donated. Except the blue chairs and the triple sink and double sink in the kitchen. But it's like, as people learned what we were trying to do, they just wanted to help. Not that funding has been easy, but we've had what we've needed, thank you, up until the last day. So, and that's been the most stressful part, because I'm not doing this for me, but there are a lot of people counting on this to be successful. So I think if people will just come in and try it, they'll be back. Because we didn't want a place where people have to decide between getting something good to eat and supporting a good cause. And so you're doing both here, because the food is delicious.
So you eat here often?
I do. I had to cut back because I gained 10 pounds. Because all the taste testings we were doing, so it's like I limit myself to one sandwich a week. But they're all good. Every time we came out with another one, it was like, okay, this is my new favorite.
What a wonderful establishment. If you would like to make a contribution to Liberty Station there in Murfreesboro, you can do that by going to its social media pages on Facebook and Instagram, as well as its website. Just look for the donate button. You can also reach out directly. I want to highlight one more thing. You met Matt Hurst, who is the chef behind the sandwiches there in the kitchen. Well, he is also an incredible artist. Take a look at these pieces. Tiny animals made in clay, well, really tiny animals and more. So he has little animal figures there. You see an eagle, there's a turtle, there's also little sandwiches, an egg. He's turned them into earrings for, some of the people there at Liberty Station. But again, an incredible artist, and you can find his work and those tiny animals made in clay, again, tiny animals and more, there at Liberty Station when you stop in. Stick with us here at Mornings on Main Street. When we come back, I get to sit down with Jody to taste some of the sandwiches there. And let me tell you, I'll give you a hint, they're delicious. We'll be right back.
We thrive under the lights. A city of performers, putting on one heck of a show. Headlining night after night. Welcome to Smashville.
Bluegrass Auction Associates is hosting another estate auction in White House, Tennessee on Saturday, July 20th at 10 a.m. Join Bluegrass as they sell the Judy Matthews Honeycutt Estate, conveniently located in the scenic Orchard Park subdivision. This beautiful estate includes both real estate and personal property, so everything must go. Everything will be sold on-site and in person, and a 10% buyer's premium is added to the final bid. So bid with confidence with Bluegrass Auction Associates, committed to excellence.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Friday, I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a look at your forecast for the weekend and for the week ahead. Starting off mainly dry for this morning with cloud cover around southern middle Tennessee. Temperatures starting off in the 60s and lower 70s, eventually warming up into the mid 80s for this afternoon. Now, better rain and storm chances are down there with our folks in North Alabama and Northeast Mississippi, but if you're closer to the state line, you may see some showers and storms develop this afternoon, but otherwise, some of us may stay dry here in southern middle Tennessee for your Friday. I don't quite think this moisture makes it up to our area by Friday evening, but the chance still does remain. So just keep that in mind. A low rain chance kind of day for southern middle Tennessee, but not completely zero. Then we're mainly dry overnight, and for the weekend, we do have scattered storm chances both Saturday and Sunday, but we'll have some periods of dry times. We just know that there is that rain and storm chance both Saturday and Sunday, and of course for today as well. Temperatures, though, they stay in the mid to upper 80s. We'll be feeling a little bit muggy out there, but hey, at least it's not temperatures in the 90s. We'll take this cool down while we've got it for mid-July. Temperatures also stay pretty stagnant. We remain in the mid 80s for pretty much the entire 7-day forecast. Unfortunately, we also hold daily storm chances with the best chance over the next 7 days on Sunday and Monday.
So now that, I've gotten to look at your kitchen and I've gotten to look at what's coming out of the kitchen, how did you come up with your sandwiches? Where did these ideas come from?
So I've been watching diners, drive-ins, and dives for years and just made notes in my phone of different combinations that other people were using and just flavors that kind of went together. Mm-hmm. And so came up with a list and then had some taste testings with some restaurant people and came up with the most popular ones, and those are the ones that we feature. So we have 11.
That is huge. And I know on here we have the vegetable,
yes,
the grilled cheese, and then the pizza?
Yes, Pizzeria TriStar has 3 cheeses and then the veggie, yes. And so the dipping sauces with the pizzeria is the marinara sauce, and then we love the TriStar with either the pepper jelly or the maple syrup, mm-hmm, which doesn't sound great, but once you try it, the sweet with the salty is excellent, and then the veggie with the pepper jelly is good too, or the marinara, so you can't go wrong.
No, you can't. And I tried the vegetable one first with the pepper jelly.
Yes.
Pepper jelly is just like, that is a cream
yes,
cheese sandwiches,
yes,
obviously so good.
Yes, for sure.
What do you hear from your diners when they come in, when they pick their sandwich? I mean, are they surprised?
They are, and a lot of times they just know we have grilled cheese, so I'll hear them walk up to the register and say, I'd like to order a grilled cheese and soup. And it's like, okay, we have 11, so which grilled cheese? And a lot of people just say, well, just give me the old-fashioned, because that's what they are familiar with, which is just the American cheese on there, which to me is my least favorite because all the others just have so much more flavor than American cheese. But a lot of people, that's their standard go-to, and that's what they love with the tomato basil soup.
This has been wonderful. So you've really gotten to see, Liberty Station here in Murfreesboro, the overview, of what the building looks like on the outside, and see what they have on the inside, the menu, and just, it is phenomenal. I love that you can get a variety. You can do like a little variety trait, which, why not just do that?
Exactly. A lot of people come in and share it, but I think I could eat the whole thing myself.
I have to say, I don't think it'll make it back to Clarksville, because I know in the car I'll just be nibbling the entire time.
Yes, for sure. It's a great sampler platter if you don't know what you want.